that we face difficulty when we go and debug in Eclipse. Okay, so what actually we are going to do, we are going to see how we can debug in Eclipse. So for this purpose, let's open a program. Already I have opened this program, Abap debug program, right? So here we are going to see how we can put the breakpoint. So let's go and start with the putting breakpoint. So it's very simple to put the breakpoint. If you want to put the breakpoint on any executable statement, see, this is the declaration. So if you try to put on the declaration part, it will not allow you to put the breakpoint as same as SAP GUI, right? Because this is a declaration, we won't be able to put the breakpoint. We are supposed to put the breakpoint on the executable line. So the submit statement is executable line. Let's double click over here and put the breakpoint. Now you can press F8 and start debugging because we have put the breakpoint. Okay. And if you want to remove the breakpoint, just double click over here, it will be removed. So I'm going to put the breakpoint over here and now press F8. Okay. So selection screen was called, give the material type, run it. And when you run over here in Eclipse, it will ask you to switch into debugger perspective. So in Eclipse, we have the concept of different perspective. Why different perspective? Because based upon the perspective, system customize the window and accordingly it will become convenient to see the variable, uh, and maybe some internal table uh, record content. So based upon the perspective, the window will be designed, and as per the requirement, we can get the help from that. So because we have already put the breakpoint, system has observed that we have put the breakpoint and it's asking us to switch into debugger perspective. So let's go into switch into the debugger perspective and see. When we have switched into the debugger perspective, here automatically this debugger perspective is selected, and nicely you can see that the variable window here, one variable window we are having, right, this one. And here we have the program window where our code is getting executed, and here this is a stack. This is a stack. Okay, this is a stack. So like that, if you want to just minimize or change, that is also possible. Let me show you. So here just you can shift little downwards, and now like this you can put it. Okay, and suppose if you want to minimize this one, we have the option to minimize over here. Just click on this and the variable window is gone. Again, if you want to get it back, here this restore button is there. Just click on this button and the variable window will appear. So like that you have to do. Fine. So now so this is another restore window, so we are not going to bother about that. Okay, so again for debugging we use F5, F6, F7 and F8. So F8 for complete execution, F5 for step by step. So here if we go if you're going to press F5, it will go inside this particular program. F5, just I'm pressing, it's not responding. It should respond. Okay, so let's see what's the problem. Just I'm trying to find out why it's not responding. Yeah, so the control was not there. So with the help of a stack, I have come over here. Now my control is here, press F5. Now we went inside this particular, you know, uh, report, which was called through the submit. So if you want to navigate through the stack here, you have to click, you will get the stack. Okay. So this is the program currently which we are here in. Okay. And this is the system program. Okay, so like that. So just press again F5 and we have come back. It's executing this one. I want to go back to the previous calling program. So press F7 and here we have come into the main program, Abap debug program. So this program has called this program. We executed this one. There we pressed F7. Again, we have come back into this program. Again, you can press F5 and you can go it over here again, perform this. And if you want to see the stack, just click over here on this and you can see that main program, append fixed records over here. So this is the first program called this start of selection, then this subroutine fetch data and do some logic, and then this subroutine append fixed record. So this called this called this, and this is calling this one. So like this is how it is written. So if you want to see the stack information from here, we can have a look. Okay. And one thing over here that if you want to change something, you can change it here. Let's suppose, for example, if I want to change from 1 to 2, we can do here itself. In Abap debugger, we can't do. But the effect will not take place at this moment. Even if you are going to save it and activate it, it will allow you to activate also, but the effect will not take place at this moment. When you are going to re-execute, then only it will take the effect. At this moment, it will not take the effect. So this is one point which you have to know. Okay, so see F5, 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 we are doing. And you can also observe that I have made this 2, so there should be 2 times 2, but still into the internal table, you will be able to see, 1 and 2, not 2, right? I can show you once again. See here, I'm going to change from 10. I'm going to change 20, 29. Okay, just save this one. See, your control is currently here. So I've saved it and activated it. Okay, so if you think that 29, 10, 20, 21 will be appended into this internal table, no. When you will re-execute, then it will take place. At this moment, not. So press F5 and see here 29.5 is there, it will not be inserted. The old value only will be inserted. So see the old value here. You can see that the old value in IT underscore Mara. Just come over here, double click like if you want to see the value, double click, and here see the 5th record. So press F5, the 5th record, and now this is coming 0. Was it 0? Look like the earlier value was 0. That's why it's coming like that. Okay, so you have observed it's not taking the current value even after activation. So during the debugging, you can change the value, you can do the changes in the source code. When you activate this, still it will not take place during current session, because in the current session the earlier activated code is there. So when we are going to re-execute, then only it will consider. So this is what I'm trying to show you once again. Set PF status, display data here, header 3. Let's suppose I want to display this as a header 4, I'm going to save it and activate it. Tell me, is it going to display or not? Yes or no? Just type in the chat box. Here I have saved and activated also. What do you think? Is it going to display or not? I have given already the answer, right? Very good. It will not display, right? It will not display. Now press F8 and you can see that still header 3 and all it's displaying, though I have saved and activated. But in the now if I run, it will display 4 and all because I have saved and activated already. So the current version of program will be loaded into the memory and accordingly it will run. Fine. Now you understood how to set the breakpoint. You have seen that you will be able to change, you know. So till now, what we learn, how to set the breakpoint and usage of F5, F6, F7, F8 is similar as SAP GUI. Okay. Then it is possible here to change the code and activate during debugger. Okay. But the changes will come into effect after re-execution, not at the moment, not at the moment. So these three things we have seen. Now let's go and see how to put the watch point. Okay, come here and run it once again. Already we have put the breakpoint, so it has stopped over here, so that's fine. Press F6 and okay, go back, press F8 once again and F6, and here let me put one more breakpoint. I am going to remove from here, don't require over there. Now here perform display, the control has come over here, F5, and here one variable we have lv underscore times. Okay, so what I'm going to do that I'm going to enable this code just to showcase you how the watch point is going to work over there. This is a big number. Let me change this number to the smaller one, just save it and activate it. I have to restart the program once again. Okay, just go here, press F8 and F5. Now the changes will take into place. And what you have to do in order to set the breakpoint, double click over here, the LV times will come, right click over there, and here set watch point, you have the option. Just you can set the watch point and the watch point is now set. So whenever any value is going to be changed, it will show you the recent value and last value. Recent value, that means the last value, and current value means the value at this moment. So press F8 and you can see that when LV times become 1, it is stopped automatically over here. Okay, see watch point, watch kind of symbol is coming, right? This glass chasma kind of symbol is coming over here. Okay, and if you put the cursor, see the the information message, debug current instructor pointer watch point reached LV underscore times equals to 1. So like that. So it's a simple, right? Just you have to right click and you have to put the, you have to select this set watch point. Watch point with condition is not possible over here in SAP GUI. It's there. Here I was not able to see such option. Okay, but simple watch point we can create like this. Now let's press if you want to remove the watch point, then right click over here and just you have to I think you have to select from here and you get one option to remove the watch point. How to remove the watch point? Right click over here and so see here also the different option is coming. Delete watch point. Okay, so right click, you can right click over here and see the different options. So watch point variables, right? If you are not able to see the variable, you can choose this option, show watch point. So watch point here, the LV underscore times here, these three are the breakpoint and these are the watch point. So see the breakpoint symbol is here and this is the watch point symbol. Okay, this is the watch point symbol and these three are breakpoint symbol. So everything we are able to see under the breakpoints tab over here. So this is, now let's go and delete this one, delete watch point, and now the watch point is deleted. And I think from here also you can select and it should give the option to see here, remove selected breakpoint or remove selected watch point. Okay, so if we're going to uh, let me put once again the watch point, right click over here and set watch point. Okay, under the breakpoint you will be able to see this watch point. From here also we can remove this, click over here and got removed. Okay, so now if you press F8, that watch point will not take place and it will display the output. So if you want to remove the watch point or breakpoint, from here we can come and select, and this option we can use in order to remove. Okay, good. So watch point also we have seen how to set the watch point, how to set the watch point. Now, so these are the frequently used thing which we should know. Now, how to change a value, that also it's a simple over here in ADT. So how we can change the value? For example, let's suppose if you want to press F5 over here and maybe it underscore mara in this internal table, or let's suppose the local variable you have and this you want to change the value. So just select over here and change the value 4. Let's suppose I want to change, press enter and it's now changed into 4. So like that, so simple. So like it underscore mara value I want to change, so double click, it underscore mara is populated over here, come here, and which record, see here the record is nicely arranged. In SAP GUI you will not be able to see such kind of arrangement, 1 200 101 to 200. Let's suppose I have to change the 250 records, so we can come over here and see here also bifurcated, right? So 251, so easily I'm able to find it, right? So here I want to change maybe from ROH to HALB, we can change like this, right? You can see that it got changed. So like that you will be able to change. So how to change the variable value or internal table value, right? So it's simple. Now let's suppose you have to debug the update function module. Okay, so for that purpose what you can do, just assume that this program is calling some update function module, and we know that in order to debug the update function module we must have to enable the update checkbox, if you remember in SAP GUI. In the same way here also what you can do, that you can go to the run and you will be able to see enable update or something like that, or maybe right click over here and debug properties. So what you do, that right click, no, this is not. Let's see, under the debug, no, I think this is not the right place. We have to go over here, search and look out the different option over here. So we have the option somewhere, we have the option to enable the update. Just I'm looking for that option. Yeah, here actually we have that option, under the Abap debugger action, update debugging you have to enable. Just you have to select and you can see that update debugging has been enabled. Okay, and if you want to disable that, you can disable like this. So you have to come here and you have to select this. Okay, let me take the screenshot and we will keep this one for our reference. So how to enable the update debugging in Eclipse. Okay, so this is what you have to do, and this is how you can debug the update function module if any update function module is called from this program. Okay, if you don't know about the update function module and all, we have several videos created on the YouTube. From there you can go and watch it out, or it's there in the Abap course. Okay, in the under the function module section we have the uh, update function module. Just go and watch it out. Okay, now press F8 and we have come now. Now another point over here, let's suppose you have to debug the you know RFC function module from external system. So debugging a program from external environment. So how to do that? In order to do that, let me run it once again. And ROH, run this one. Right click over here. And here you will get one option called debug properties. Under the debug properties, just select this user and give the username who is calling this particular program from outside, or RFC function module from outside. So you have to right click over there, and under the user, we have to, you know, uh, give the username who is calling the program. This is how we debug the RFC function module, or like external, if someone is calling from external environment, the external username we specify over here, and that external user should be also present in this current environment. Okay, so that is terminal ID option is also there, right? So anything we can, user or terminal ID, both is fine in order to debug the external stuff. See here under the advanced setting, you have allow debugging of tool, different options is there. Debug information. See here, this is the current terminal. So if this program is calling some another system, what you can do, that this terminal ID you can give to that system, and there they can mention the terminal ID, this one. And when you are calling those RFC function module in their system, it will stop. So either they can give your user ID or they can give the terminal ID name. So that is fine. In GUI, also we have one command to generate the terminal ID. I will let you know. Through that you can generate the terminal ID. But let's understand at this moment that in like ADT on Eclipse, if you have to debug the external, uh, like you have to perform the external debugging, this is how you have to mention the user. Is it clear, guys? Are you getting the concept what I'm trying to explain it over here, right? Just type yes if you are getting. Very good. So here, fine. So now what we will do that this part we have seen uh, how to debug from external environment. Now let's go and see the, so these are the frequently used things, right? Anything else which you think that frequently used and you want to know, just let me know. I will show you. You just type here in the chat box if you want me to show you anything else. So these are the things frequently used. If anything else I'm missing which is frequently used, just type here and I will show you. Meanwhile, when you are typing, meanwhile what I will do that I will take you through the different options over here. So let's start with this. So if you see this option, see here, if you put the cursor, this is for F8, right? And here you can see that, like, if you want to terminate the debugger, you don't want to go further, okay, you can click on this and the debugger session will be terminated. Okay, it will not go, it will just terminate over here, stop. So in SAP GUI you have seen the stop transaction, right? The same thing done by this. Okay, this terminate, just terminate. This is here, you can see the disconnect. What is the meaning of disconnect? Disconnection means it will stop the connection with the debugger. Okay, so once you disconnect it, it will not stop anywhere on the debugger. Okay, so as soon as you will disconnect, program will start executing automatically and will display the output. Once again, let me press F8, and here, see, I have chosen this option, disconnect option. If you choose this option, it will not display you the output. So that's the difference between this and this. When you choose the disconnect, it will display the output. When you choose this, it will not display the output, and here itself the program will terminate. See here itself the program got terminated and there is no output. Okay, but when I have chosen this one, it has displayed the output. So that's the difference between disconnect and terminate. Run it once again, just give some value over here, press F8. Now, okay, how to check the stack, that also we have seen it over here. This is the first program which is calling, this is the current program which is where we are right now. Okay, the stack option also we have seen. Now here you can see that this is the F5, this is F6, this is F7, and this is this is what, shift plus F8. Can you tell me shift plus F8 when we use? Who will give this answer? Shift plus F8. So let's go here, F5, shift plus F8 means continue to run to the current statements. For example, what I want to do that, here I want to come. How I want to come here? I want to come from line number 195 to line number 212. Okay, from line number 195 I want to come 212 with executing this one, right? I have to execute, not like that I'm jumping from here to here. I'm going to execute this and coming over here. Okay, so shift F8 you can use, or this option. Okay, this option, shift F8. And here you can see that this is the shift F12, jump to line. If you don't want to execute this one, directly you want to jump it over here without execution, you can use shift F12 or this option. So as an Abapper, I will recommend you to use shift F12, shift F8, F5, F6. I've seen many people using this one, F5, F6, F7, F8, means this button. Instead of using the button, use the key on the keyboard, because we are Abapper, right? We are pure Abapper. If someone is from functional background, that is fine, because they are not very much habituated of this tool and all. We have to do the stuff a little fast, right? We are supposed to use the keyboard key. So this is what, now here you can see that the different options start. Garbage collector. What is garbage collector? If you are from the computer science background, right? Garbage collector, something some collector who collects the garbage in the sense once the memory is unoccupied, so let's suppose you have created one variable, and like the local variable you have created in some subroutine, and now that local variable is not anymore is going to get used, right? So that memory, however the memory is automatically destroyed, but still, like if you want to make sure that you are going to clear the garbage, if some residual memory or something like that is there still, that also you want to completely remove, maybe you can enable this one, this start garbage collector, means unused memory remove unused memory completely. That's the meaning of start a garbage collector. This option is not there in SAP GUI, but here we have. I have not seen that of this option in SAP GUI, maybe there somewhere, but I have not seen here. This option is there in GUI also, execute commit work on database, right? So here's some modify or some statement if you have written, and after that just you want to perform the commit statement, you can use the execute commit work on database. You can also use the rollback work if size of RC not equal to 0, and if you don't want to perform the commit, you can roll back. Okay, so this is, so once you do the commit, will you be able to roll back? Tell me. Once you do the commit, will you be able to do the rollback? No. So either you have to choose commit or rollback. Okay, either you'll have to choose the commit or rollback. So let's suppose, for example, here you have written this statement, modify Mara. So Mara is a standard table. Let's not take that one. Z employee, some G table is there. Modify Z employee from some work area. So after execution of this statement, if you want to save the data, what you can do that, you can execute commit work on database and it will save the data here itself. If you don't want to write here the commit work, and in debugger, if you want to perform the commit work, this is how we can do. After execution of this statement, if you think that you don't want to save the data and you want to perform the rollback, because once you come out from the program, automatically implicit commit will take place, right? If you don't do anything that you don't want to do. So what you can do that, you can use this execute rollback work on the database here itself, so that once the implicit commit will take place, it will not save the data. So this is what the meaning of this. So this option we have seen now.